What happened to the 3, 2, 1 action, click, and then start? You're just like... Okay, delete that one then.
Okay.
Did you delete it? Delete me!
Okay.
Right in here. Oh, let's do that. Do some work. You want to go ahead and put... Yeah, good battery. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Right over here. If you're new to the channel, you haven't seen this yet, this is my Bronco. It currently has probably a very, very sloppy 2-inch suspension lift on it right now. Maybe it's a 2.5. I didn't install it, so I'm not sure, but it was slightly lifted. So it'll be interesting to see what happens once we get everything installed. So that's kind of part of the process. We have a whole bunch of parts here to replace everything, and we're going to do this all in stages, and we'll post one video after the next. I want to break it up so I could really allow you guys to see how the process works, instead of just like, oh, you know, I'm going to do the suspension and then it's done, yay, look how beautiful it is. So we're going to really try to break it down for you as best I can. Really sorry that it's taken so long to get to this point. I know I had a video on the suspension stuff, who knows how long ago, but I've been dealing with some personal back issues and stuff, so I wanted to hold off until I could handle it, and the time's come. So I'm looking forward to sharing this with you guys, and I hope that you guys are going to enjoy the adventure with us. My daughter's going to be helping me with this process since there's a lot of work behind it. My daughter is currently behind the camera. Thank you very much. And so at this point, like I said, we're going to just do it in stages, and this will be one of multiple videos for this process and this series. So no more waiting around. Everybody's been waiting long enough. We're going to go ahead and get started with this video. Thank you very much, and let's get going. So, as you can see there, that's the old with a block, like 2.5-inch block. And then with the new 2.5-inch, you'll notice that this one from Tom's Bronco Parts has more springs in here and has the shackle pieces here to keep it all together, compared to this over here. Old school setup. And so one of the things we did is we put the bushing in here like so, because you'll see on this side that there's nothing there. I went ahead and used the white lithium grease, PB Blaster stuff, and just put some on here and then put it in here. And then I just like to use a hard soft mallet to tap it in, and then flip it over, apply some of the grease, and then do the other side. So I'll just do this side, and then you just rinse and repeat on the other side. This comes out really fast, so go like that. You just rub it in, rub it around like this. You get it on here too, because the other one has to go over the top, which is this one here. So this will sandwich together. Just put a little bit on this one while I'm at it. Yes, I got my gloves on, and I'm doing it with my gloves on. All the haters, it's okay. Let's put that on. we'll go ahead and do this side. Make sure it lines up. Oh, could still do this side a little bit more. Just want to get them closed on both sides. And then, ta-da, that's about it. Then, drop things. Next step is mounting the shackle. And so, this here will go on like this. Might have to play around with it a little bit to squeeze this on here, because that's the plan. And we'll go from there. All right, thanks. All right, so we have the bushings in, we got everything set up, and put the shackle on. Honestly, you just gotta pry around with it to get the bolt in. Nothing really big to show, just labor and time. Maybe took I don't know, 10 minutes to try to get that on. Also noticed this little nub was on the top of the axle where the old leaf spring and the little lift block was. And so you want to make sure you pull this off before you go through the efforts of trying to put the leaf spring in with this in there, and then you have to try to pull it out to be a mess. Luckily I caught it in time, so don't need that anymore. Next thing is you also, as you probably see me holding this, it's just anti-seize. Just be good to, especially when you're dealing with steel, you don't want the bolts to seize up. It'll make it a lot easier if you need to remove your stuff. Just put a little bit right down here. Don't need a lot. The stuff's like, it's about as messy as it can get. So as you can see, I have the shackle on. I have the shackle on, having it ready to go with the bolt already slid through. You just want to just apply even just to one side is fine, just to keep it from seizing. And then go like that and put this on. It's kind of messy, but it's worth it. And then you get your 15/16. Make sure that when you do this too, if you're new to this, don't put your fingers here, because as you're turning things, it could end up hitting it. So, which would be bad. Hey everybody, so this video for the install of the rear suspension is going to be just a little bit like broken up. I had a lot of problems with mine. The shackles were a little bit too narrow. I had problems with alignment. I learned a lot as far as for what's going on. I'm just going to share a couple details with you to add to the video, and sorry I couldn't like go and add more of the actual work on it. Plenty of work. It would have been way too long and boring for you in the long run, but hopefully I could share some of my knowledge of what I've learned so far. And for some of the people from the Washington Early Bronco group, appreciate all your your feedback as well. And I have some friends that also gave some feedback. So in the end, I was able to get my problems resolved. And let me go ahead and show you what some of those problems were. Okay, so we have the bolt that goes through here. I was having problems getting it aligned, as well as this bolt here, getting those aligned. I originally had set up the U-bolts and bolted it down so that it would be nice and in place. I was hoping that that would keep the leaf springs in check and then make life theoretically easier when doing the other bolts. The case is not the right case. So I ended up having to disconnect the U-bolts. As you can see, I just have them dangling, so I'm getting ready to rehook them back up. But I did get these bolts in here. I had to do multiple things, including using all these different alignment pegs and chisels, and I used lithium grease, and I used a sledgehammer, including the post, and yeah, I just had my punch kit out and I was trying to align the holes. I could shine some light on it. And there's my scissor jack I used. Like I said, sorry I didn't include this stuff, but I just wanted to kind of give you guys. I even used my foot, that is a footprint, trying to push on it, literally pushing with my foot, trying to get it to line up with the axle. And yeah, I've done a leaf spring before, but this has been no joke. Not to mention the fact that my e-brake is pretty tight. Don't worry, it's gonna get replaced at some point anyways. But yeah, for now, like I said, oh, there's my new chair to help with my back issues. I have some back support while I'm out here putting a thinking cap on, trying to figure out what to do to fix things. But anyways, once again, sorry I didn't get some of the actual work on it to show you. I'm just gonna tighten those U-bolts down. I don't know, maybe I'll show you guys some of that stuff. U-bolts, and then got to mount the shock, and then of course put the tire and stuff back on. So yeah, we'll go from there. Next thing, want to go ahead and just get everything lined up first, and then you can check your torque settings. I haven't even tightened down the ends of the leaf spring yet. But you want to put your shock on. I guess I could show you a couple things real quick. When you get your shock, this one in particular didn't have a zip tie on the bottom, so I just mounted a zip tie on here. Then put a sleeve on the bottom down here. Leave this open here so you can slide it over. I had to actually bend my, there we go. I had to bend my perch on the axle a little bit. If you run into that problem, you can use just a crescent, make the slit nice and small so you can get over it, and then larger the better, just because you can pry with ease. It was just squeezed in because the old shocks were a little narrower. So you want to get your bolt ready. There we go. Have your boot sitting on. There we go. Then we'll just tighten those down. So we finished this part, and this part is going to be part of multiple videos on this series. So if you have watched this video, don't forget to watch all the other videos as they come out. So you'll make sure to want to like and subscribe if you've liked what you've seen this video, and you'll want to make sure you hit that little bell button so that as we're going through this whole suspension series, that you can know when the next one comes out. So not to mention, it helps the channel out and it helps us grow and keeps us going and makes sure we make more videos for you guys. So after you have liked and subscribed the video and you hit that bell button, and we're coming to the end of this video, just want to say thank you for watching, and make sure to watch the rest of the series. It should be a lot of fun, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as well as my daughter and I will. Thank you.